parking like this, but you don't have to speak to me like this, right? Did I not say something along them lines?
To Tommy, Cerberus is more important than these guys, so I'm gonna leave. It makes sense to leave. I can get my car out.
How to do your fucking job? Did you or did
you don't know me as a meaty? Shit like.
He's got Lang.
Adam's yelling. Adam's yelling.
How's the robot that?
He's got Lang.
Okay, and then I said, okay, bro, right? And then I left, right? And then whilst I was leaving,
has anyone told you, Tommy, we might get raided, so you gotta clear your stash.
And I'm
right, forward out. Oh, it's just fucking. It's just gonna be the Dwayne thing from yesterday. I might get raided for. Doing absolutely fucking nothing. Saved. This fridge in the front, man. Yo, I'm in the car park.
It's yeah, they're really pressed for time. Yeah, you going through the door?
I'm in the car park, fam.
Yeah, my guy.
Fucking, why am I getting rushed?
Yo, what up?
Yo. Penthouse. Yo. So there's this whole fucking discussion going on the block between Jaeger and the guys.
Dean, we got 15 minutes for this meeting.
15 for the meeting? Well, we need to know what time then the reveal is, because we're not going to make that, I don't think.
No, she spaced it out. So if we do it within 15 meetings, this meeting, then we will have time to talk about the timetable. For
and if we don't have time, what time is the reveal?
I don't know. Gonna ask her.
Okay,
We got
time. We got time. Don't worry about it.
I think it's fine. She sounded calm.
Time happened to the green.
Was feeling red yesterday and I just woke up, so I haven't got time to change. Otherwise, if I knew I was meeting Dean, I would have got changed. I know he likes lime green, so.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
The car is lime green right now, though.
I feel like I'm looking at fucking BSK.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm getting some BSK vibes right now.
I'll be OTT for you if you want.
All right, boys, we got 14 minutes.
All right, sorry, listen, you heard about the shit show?
Yeah. I heard about it last night.
I heard about it last night? Okay, so you were around.
Yeah. I got informed of it after it happened. Because Nancy called me to let me know that Mandem Records were pulled from the event entirely. And I spoke to Nancy and I spoke to Eve. And my kind of point I made across was I wanted business to be in business and gangs to be in gang stuff. I never wanted it to be a case of if someone in my gang does something against anyone in the city, I don't want a Mandem Records artist to be punished for that. Obviously in this instance. So then what we did...
That's very valid. I'm gonna shoot straight with you. If it was just Lando in the crosshairs, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. I could give a fine,
I guess,
about the beef between the both of you guys or your crews or whatever. It's just that Eve is a CEO of Cerberus, and was going to be one of the biggest pieces between the partnership between Mandem and Cerberus with all the shit we talked about last week.
Okay.
And now she's getting blasted at and thrown mollies at for what I heard and from my perspective, an exchange of words and just trying to run a business up at the comic book store.
Yeah, so what I've been informed of was they were doing Dodo. They parked, I guess, on the sidewalk. And Lando and I guess Eve felt a certain type of way about that and asked him to move. Big Toe did in that instance, and I think Adam in another freight did the same thing, but asked to be told politely opposed to having a gun out. Lando had a gun out on them, which obviously upset my guys because they see it as, they don't know who Lando or Eve are. They just see it as a civilian with a class 2 weapon threatening them, and they see it that as disrespect. So they handled it like any gang would in the city, which is kind of the point I made across to Eve, which Eve kind of agreed with anyway, is that I don't think you could get away putting out a class 2 on any gang in the city and not expect some kind of retaliation.
Yeah, but it was Lando that pulled it out, right?
Yeah, as far as I've been told.
So that's where I'm misunderstanding here is why Eve having a molly thrown at her face and then shot at.
From what I've been told, they were together. I think it's just like a case of she was there. You know, like it all happens very fast and those situations very heated. And
well, see, that would be valid, but what we heard is they came back 2 hours later to do the attack.
Yeah. But I'm
not planned and calculated, correct? Yeah. That's not a heated reaction. That's not it's just heat in the moment. That was
no. I'm saying an instance when you go and like pull up on someone, right? It's all very quick. It happens. Like people get caught in crossfire all the time. I've been caught in crossfire in instances before in the city where it wasn't me who was supposed to get hit, but I was one who got hit. Because if you pull up on someone quickly, you're going to try and do a smooth, quick attack, right? If you're trying to hide who you are as well, I don't know. I wasn't there to actually understand the situation.
I think
I can only go on what I've been told.
The thing is, if there was 2 hours between the first altercation and when the molly was thrown, there's a lot of time where Eve is not collateral damage.
Yeah. It's kind of the point here.
Yeah, I think it must be like opportunistic in a point of they must have seen Lando, circled around, and then pulled up on him. And I guess she was next to him or with him. Because from what I've been told, it was a Molotov that got thrown, right? So that's not something you aim.
It was a Molotov and they got shot at. And if they circled around, then they definitely had the eyes to see that she was on a BMX bike and he was on the back of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like they were in a blacked out car or, you know, she wasn't in the line of sight and all of a sudden just happened to be there. It was definitely, let's go back in 2 hours. We circle the block. We scout out the target. You know, this person.
AK, she wasn't collateral. She was supposed to get
Let's
hit.
just attack. And then the problem comes in as to, you know, she is a part of Cerberus, Tommy, and you know, we desperately want, I'm not sure which word yet. You know, this partnership and the things we're about to do to work. Now, how are we going to go back to Eve and be like, hey, you know, we know your life almost got taken over some petty shit, but now we need you to help us, you know, flourish some businesses with our new partners.
It's a tough one because it seems like a kind of a petty situation that kind of escalated, and it's continued to escalate today. And obviously, I've not been around or awake to find out that. I've only just found out that Jaeger RPG demanding block today, and from what they just said in a meeting as well just now, Adam was saying to Jaeger that Eve was encouraging Lando to shoot when he was doing Dodo.
That is 1,000% a lie, my friend.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
your friend Adam.
But obviously, I'm going to have to back his story, right? Because this whole story right now is that he said, she said, and from what I know from the Mandan boys, and you should know what we're like anyway. All the boys and how we're brought up is the same thing, right? We give the same energy that anyone gives us. We would never just go and attack anyone for no reason.
Okay.
We always match energy. That's what all of these boys are brought up on.
Though.
Yeah, run it.
The target was Lando, correct?
As far as I was aware.
And now, if we think logically about this for a second, Eve is a businesswoman. She's very aware of the partnership that we're going to be having with the Mandem. She's a very smart person. So there's just no way in hell she's going to egg on, shoot these gangsters so we can go into a gang war and fuck everything we've been working for. There's just no...
Yeah, I understand that.
There's no possibility of that.
I think the implication that I've got was that she was egging Lando on, essentially.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
So just with all that info, on top of that, the RPG, Patar was the intended target. Vincent.
Okay, look, I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm not trying to sound rude here. I personally give a fuck about the beef between you and the guild, and the war you guys are about to have or whatever. Whatever you guys see fit is done to my son for him retaliating. That's on you guys. That's on him. That's not here with us. We're talking business right now.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just trying to see, how we move forward with.
It's
this
funny because I
partnership
literally know she did.
regarding what happened.
I mean, for me, business is always business, right? And that's what I'm trying to work out today. Is like I'm trying to keep it that way.
I
But
agree.
the boys don't know who the boys didn't, and obviously do now. Didn't know who Eve was. So to them, I guess they just see it as another civilian who was part of that whole altercation in the first place.
Hold on, 1 sec, right? I called you to get Big Toe on the ticket, right? Eve knows Big Toe's on the ticket. Someone spoke to Big Toe. Big Toe knows who Eve is 100%. You can't say
Big
that.
Toe's on the
You can't
man
say
down.
that. Yeah, well, I mean, he was there though, right?
Yeah, but
He's part of the group.
And he's the one that's getting sent, no?
Yeah, I agreed yesterday that it was my idea to pull Big Toe from the event and not the whole band of records. Because
Right, but what I'm saying
so-
is, if Big Toe knows, then there's no way the other people he's rolling with doesn't know.
I was under the impression they were in separate groups, and 2 groups are hunting for both Lando and Eve. That's what I was under the
Victor
impression.
was with Sky from Royal Mafia or some shit.
So
There was
so
2
what, there
groups
was
for the same
hunting for
same
Lando
reason.
and Eve.
For the same reason.
Right,
They were
Big Toe
targeting Eve
told
then.
me. Big Toe told me that they all decided to do it together. So he's already confirmed that the 4 of them were going for them together. So
This
they
is
had
the
that
issue I'm
talk,
facing, right? So I can only come to you, and all I've got is he said, she said. I hear Eve's side of the story, I hear Adam's side of the story, I hear Toll's side of the story, and that's all I can really do. And then I'm coming to speak to you guys. I've spoken to Jaeger just now, very briefly.
Right, but we can clear up these facts, right? Because why would Big Toe tell me that, when he's on the other side of this, right? He's not going to feed me information that is, disproves what's being said in the other camp, right?
Can I confirm that real quick on the phone? If I just ask the question.
But okay, so here's the thing though, right? If it was Crossfire, that's fine. But you just told us just now that there was 2 groups, one targeting Lando, one targeting Eve. So that's no longer a Crossfire or heat of the moment situation. That is a targeted hit.
I think Lando was the person with the gun, right? That was the issue.
Right.
The way I see it is the gun is the escalation. There's level of disrespect when it comes to just verbal
So,
abuse,
let
but
me
then
ask you
the
this.
gun
Why was-
is the.
I know, I understand that. Lando got what was coming to him. Lando was a mouthy motherfucker. I get that. But so why was Eve being targeted then? Is what I'm trying to understand here.
I don't think I said that though. I said they were just going.
No,
we
you
did.
definitely
No,
just no. He definitely just said there was 2 groups, one targeting Lando, one targeting Eve.
No.
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 Big
Both
Toe
targeting
and
the
Sky.
same Lando from the same incident, from separate. Like so, I believe the disrespect happened in 2 separate incidents, and at one point altogether. So I'm saying what I'm telling you is 2 groups experienced the same thing from Lando, and they both had the same reaction.
And then they grouped up, searched for Lando.
I was under the impression they still didn't group up as Toll and Adam and that. I don't think that was the group.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Big Toe told me this morning. So, and my point is, right, I'm inclined to believe him because why would he give me false information? And based on that, Big Toe knows who Eve is. That means they know who he is.
I don't agree.
All right.
Because
fair enough.
like Big Toe isn't part of the Mandem, doesn't necessarily hang around with us on a day to day. So who Big Toe knows wouldn't be representative of who everyone else in Mandem knows.
Right, but I would imagine. Okay, I guess
I can guarantee you that Adam and that would have no idea who Eve was.
Right, but I don't. So I don't have any personal experience for this. But if they're about to go out hunting people, there's no way that Big Toe doesn't mention who Eve is, right? Like, what are the chances he doesn't mention that? It's got to be so fucking slim.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I couldn't answer that question.
Another foot too, though, right? If I don't know who you are, Tommy, and I shoot you, am I just allowed to be like, "Am I bad? I didn't know who you were," or are you still gonna come at me? You know what I mean?
No, naturally, I like that. Like you'd get repercussions, and I think that's how the city is anyway, right? Everyone knows someone in the city at this point, and you shoot anyone in the city, you're gonna have a lot of retaliation. That's expected.
I mean, that's fair, right? But it's what I'm trying to. I don't give a shit about the beef between you guys and Lando. I'm just trying to understand how Eve got caught up in all this, and I'm starting to believe now. I don't think this was Crossfire. If your boys are in 2 cars circling around scouting, like I said, they're on a BMX bike.
But I mean, okay, so from what I've heard, literally from talking to Jaeger and Adam just then, if Adam implied that she was egging Lando on, then it most likely is the case that she was target too. Like I said, it's a lot of he said, she said, right? So like, what?
So do we know egging on how? Did he describe how or at all or no?
He quoted saying that, yeah, go ahead and shoot him, do it, shoot him, unquote.
And
When was
Adam,
that?
Adam is claiming this.
Yes.
When was
Have
that?
you-
Do you know?
Yeah,
I'm
when
not.
was
I wasn't present in that event. Yeah.
Like, was it when they were doing the dodo deliveries, or when they were
Yeah.
circling,
Basically,
or-
when the gun was being pointed from Lando,
Nice
he was
one.
egging him on to shoot him.
Gotcha.
This is my issue that I have with the
who
whole
is,
he said, she
who is
said,
Adam?
right? Member of the Mandem. Adam and Barbour.
No, but like, who is he? Have I met him before?
Yes, he was at the meeting. Didn't speak much, but he was at the meeting.
Fuck. Like, what was he wearing?
Typically, I don't know what he's wearing at that meeting. Typically,
all black and white pants, all black long sleeve, button up.
Yeah, fuck, I don't remember who he is. I will speak to Eve about that. If that is true, then maybe that changes things. But like I said, I don't give a fuck about the beef you guys have. It's more
Yeah,
so
it's the Eve
she's a
situation.
big piece in this partnership, like a big piece.
yeah.
It puts things at an awkward standstill, I think.
Yeah, the whole thing is awkward in general. Because me and Nancy had the same issue last night. Sorry, Leslie. Because obviously me and Nancy got informed. Nancy from Eve's side and me from the boys' side. And it is like a situation of, I assume that Eve will say that wasn't the case. And likewise, Adam will say that is the case. And we kind of just butt heads at that point, right? Because both parties are saying different stories. And obviously, they're both biased towards their own side. And me and you and us guys are stuck here knowing on what we can do and how to act because we don't know the actual full truth. We have no like camera footage to say, oh, this is actually what happened, you know?
Sure. I think
That's
what Rang
correct,
is kind of digging at is even though it's hearsay, there's maybe something that's likely and something that's less likely, and that's what we're trying to get to the bottom of.
Yeah,
And
of course. And people can always act out of character at any point,
what
though,
you were
right?
talking about when it comes, business is business, personal is personal. I agree. But if somebody is trying to target somebody in an alleyway, and I happen to be in an alleyway and I get shot, you can bet your ass that I will do everything I can to destroy this person's life.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll talk to Eve. But,
Yeah, for sure.
I will see if this is at all true, although I don't think it is. But who knows? Like you said, anyone can definitely act out of character, especially during heated situations.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, maybe, I don't know. We'll try to figure this out.
All right.
The shit between you and the guild, that's between you guys. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, and that's how I want it to be anyway. We said it at the meeting, right? Like, at no point should you guys be involved in any gang stuff because that's not how this business partnership should be. And I don't want it to be.
Exactly, yeah.
Like,
Like
I want a very clear separation.
Because Eve is like a big part, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she wasn't involved, like, we wouldn't be having this
It's
conversation.
like the worst person could happen to, basically.
Absolutely, yeah. She is,
I'll be honest. If that molly hit me, and I don't give a shit, but the fact that it hit Eve, we got issues.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she. I mean, you'll see if we end up eventually working together. She is the heart and soul of a lot of the operations, and incredibly talented at what she does.
And I guess speak to her.
I'll
That's what you
speak
can
to
do.
her again, and then I don't know. Maybe we'll sit down and see if we can figure this shit out. Then.
Yeah, I just feel like I have this vision of we're just gonna be at the same point of I doubt she's gonna admit to it if she did or didn't. Respectfully to her, I just feel like it's the case.
I think she will admit to me. Eva's not one to lie.
All right, fair.
To be fair, I didn't speak to her much this morning. She was extremely tired and just in distraught. So.
All right, fair.
All right. Well, we need to have another meeting, so we'll speak again.
All right, good.
We gotta do this event, boys. But
Yeah,
thank you
of
for coming by. Right, appreciate the time.
All right. Bye, Mike.
25K for a VIP ticket? Come on, like.
Yeah.
It's nothing for you, Dane.
Can't you implement?
Exclusively figured out, and if we don't have it
Yeah,
figured
yeah.
out, then it's going to be on us. Hi, Tommy. Hello.
That's good.
Okay. So,
Can you unlock the
it's gonna
penthouse?
be Dick Chicklets, Saint Noel,
hi, Dean.
Liz.
Hey, Nancy.
Hi, Dean.
Liz.
I just
Oh, hi,
touched
Dean.
myself.
Yeah, is there not any way to fucking use the cameras from the bloody store and just use the clip? Is that not a thing? I suppose that's a thing sometimes, right?
Ma'am, are you next?
Because if that is the case, then literally it happened, right? I'm right in thinking it literally happened. Yo. Real quick,
Fucking
clarify
hell.
for me. Did you and Adam hunt in the same group together?
What do you mean?
When this whole Eve thing and Lando thing happened, was you literally with Adam?
What do you mean? Did we do it together or?
Yeah, like was you in
we...
the same group? Like literally was you together when the whole like shooting thing happened, whatever? Was you literally with Adam?
Not in the same car, no.
Oh, but in the same pack, like you were hunting as like a what, 4 or 5?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but my point is, like, was it a group effort, or would you see it as 2 separate groups going for the same person?
No, it was 2 separate groups, but it just like it was just at the same time because of that guy fucking running his mouth.
No, but when you actually hunted, was you together? Like, did you speak to Adam and go, right, let's go fuck this guy, or was it completely separated? Like, did you both go hunt at the exact same time?
Yeah.
It wasn't planned of you and Adam.
Well, we talked beforehand, yeah.
Okay, yes, it was planned. Like, you both hunted, like, you agreed to hunt together. All I need to know was you one group or 2 groups, just so I know, so I'm speaking truth when I speak to Lang and that.
Well, we were 2 groups that were separate that were just there at the same time.
Okay, so you say it was just you and Sky who was hunting?
Yeah, and then they were just doing their thing, and then we were just there at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But what I'm calling you about is the fact that this Eve is lying through her teeth.
You need to.
She is chatting shit. I need to speak to.
You need to speak to Dean.
I spoke. No, I spoke to Dean. But after like chatting with Adam and shit.
What did Eve say?
And like having what at the time?
What did Eve say to you? And did you know who Eve was?
No, I had no idea who Eve was. No idea she was with Cerberus. Absolutely no idea.
So who booked you for the event?
Bro, I didn't even know I was doing the Cerberus event. I only found out through Dwayne. No one from Cerberus has come up to me and asked me to do the Cerberus event. Like, no one in the past has come up to me.
Okay,
I only knew through Dwayne.
I guess. Okay,
like, yeah, so it was me, Dwayne, and Lil Cap supposed to be doing it.
Okay.
And like, no one from Cerberus has come to me, do you know what I'm saying? So I had no idea who Eve was. Anyway, back to that situation, right? Having some time to reflect on what happened. I don't know what's been said, right? But I've been blacklisted temporarily from Dodo because she's just fucking gone around to everyone she can, trying to, I guess, shut me down. And everyone else that was involved. But basically, at the time, right, the target was Lando, right? But I've come to realize that she was running her mouth very heavily when Lando was pointing the gun
basically
at us. She was literally telling him to shoot us, shoot me and Sky. She was like, just do it, while he was fucking pointing the gun at us. And
so
he was pointing the gun,
saying to shoot you guys.
Yeah. She was egging him on while I parked the truck in front of the thingy, right? And me and Sky were having a discussion between ourselves, not to them. We were having a discussion, and Sky was going on about speed running it, just like getting it done, right? Just because we wanted to get shit done. And she obviously overheard that, and then was like, "Oh, these guys want to speed run this shit. These guys don't care about the job, blah blah." And we were like, and Sky was saying, "Well, obviously, we just want to get this shit done, you know, like obviously because it's fucking, we were just doing our job, whatever." So they were like, "Oh, why didn't you park properly?" So I'm not really saying anything at this point. I'm just delivering the boxes, and I'm like, I go back to the truck, and I actually correct the position of the van, so it's like parked up, right? and we're doing this. And when I do that, I come back, and that's when he starts pointing the gun at us.
Yep.
And that's when she starts egging him on. Like,
But
just
you're
basically
100%
chatting.
confirming she egged him on because she's
1000%, and I will tell anyone.
She's denying that, and Lang is.
I'll say that. I'll say that with chest to anybody. I don't give a fuck. I promise you, 1000%. I'm telling the truth. I would not lie about that shit.
So I think Lang's gonna speak to her now, and it's gonna depend on whether she is honest about it. If she's honest, and that is the case, and what you're saying is true, then I think this whole thing kind of falls apart anyway, and it just is fine. But if she just lies again, then there's a really awkward point between like me and Cerberus where like.
Honestly, if
she's
if
lied
this...
and you guys have said one side of the story, I believe your side of the story, and Lang and Dean naturally would have believed their side of the story. So we just sat there fucking bumping heads.
I promise you, right? If this is like a situation where it's going to affect your deal, I'll just take the fall for it. I'm not asked. Just throw my name there. I'm not asked. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because I mean, I've been fucking thrown under the bus anyway with all this shit, and they obviously just give a shit about their own fucking people and lying through the fucking teeth. And she seems to be a fucking slime ball because she's just literally chatting shit. Do you know what? I got blacklisted and I talked to Corinna from Dodo, and guess what? Guess what she fucking said? Apparently, I was running about saying I'm going to make a Dodo diss track.
What?
I don't know where they've got this absolute shite from. But whoever's telling this information are chatting out their ass. We did not pull up and fucking throw Molotov at these people because we felt like it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we did it for a reason, because we were threatened and they were just giving it like just complete disrespect. And all we were doing was delivering a few boxes to them. I just don't get it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll try and work on it, and just if I need to ask you questions, I'll call you and ask you questions.
All right. Do you want me to speak to Dean again?
Right for now. It's right. I can say I spoke to you, and they'll believe me. I know they trust me in what I say. So it's just a case of.
All right. It's pissed me off. It's literally pissed me off because I've woke up and it's just turned into an absolute shitstorm.
I'm stuck in the fucking middle of everything, and I have to deal with both sides, so it's long. But it is what it is.
No. Literally, no one like from Cerberus except Dean has asked from my side what's going on. You know what I mean? So
at the same time, I've got to try and deal with this whole fucking war that's about to brew now as well, because I guess Jaeger's crew want to fucking escalate even further, and I don't know, it's an awkward one. So I've got two things to do right now, so I need to go. But yeah,
just bear that in mind though. Just bear that in mind, them lies. Just bear that in mind when you're speaking to them.
No, it's good information that I need to use.
All right, bro. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Let's see if Lando's still here.